So you guys might not be able to hear this, but there's a tornado siren going on because it's noon on Wednesday, and it is what, the first Wednesday of the month? Yeah. Can you guys hear that? Hold on. Let me put my mic to the window. I have the volume cranked as high as it can go. It sounds so scary. I have to wait until it's done before we start. Let's just sit in the ambiance. The ominous ambiance. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, let me turn my volume down so I don't blow your guys' eardrums when I move this back. Okay, alright, yep, there we go. Good, good, alright. Does this still work? They said for me to crank my volume just a little bit from yesterday. So, I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see how this feels today. I cranked it up in 2 different places. So, yeah, that was a tornado siren going on. Nice little start to the stream, but yeah. Anyway, okay. So if you haven't been to this bull crap before, what we do here is there's a link in the description. Shorts.reviews. You submit your short, and I review it. That's it. That's the deal. So go to shorts.reviews and submit your short. And right now we have 29 responses. The way this works is I have a random number selector. I'll show you exactly what it is without revealing somebody's email. Here it is. And I click it, and it gives me a random number. Just like that. And whoever's number it is, I type that in, and that's the person that we look at. Okay? So, I don't pick everybody. I pick them by random. But we get through a ton. So, let's get started. Oops. There. That's not what I want. I just wanted to pause the music. Okay, this first one is I forgot. I still don't have the channel name.
What hero did the most damage?
Okay. All right. So, if the volume's too loud, I'm gonna check back on chat like here in a minute. Let me know if the volume's fine.
Damage to Overwatch. Malga is definitely one of them. We know he was good. What hero did the most damage to Overwatch? Malga is definitely one of them. We know he was good, he was unkillable and all that stuff, but what I forgot was that you actually have to pay for him. It was so bad, somebody actually left their comp game just to go buy.
Okay, this is fine. My only issue with this is you have like a dichotomy. You have two things like trying to contradict each other with attention. And it's the background because it's so busy, and then you've got the foreground which is also busy. If one of them was like a little less movement, it would be easier to watch. But because there's too much, I'm having a difficult time knowing where to look. It's almost like unintentional Subway Surfers, you know, where they put that in the bottom and then they put whatever brain rot is in the top. So that's not what it is, but that's what it feels like immediately. So what I'd recommend is like either picking a different background or whatever you're talking about, put that as the sole focus. It might be easier if this is your format that you've been going at for a while, I would just blur the background. Maybe even like half speed it, just so people know exactly what to focus on, because I'm having a difficult time knowing exactly where to look. But this is fine other than that. It probably did fine. How many views did it get? 445,000. So yeah, it's fine. That's really my only issue. Everything else sounds nice and crisp. Okay, all right. I just wanted to check back at chat. And nobody answered the question about the audio. So, thanks, assholes.
Now, Kiri's also bad.
Okay.
In two ways, I think. Her kit is really good, great abilities.
Yeah, you see how like they're both in focus, so it's difficult. Like my initial thought was that it's a different angle of the background footage, but I don't think that that's what's going on.
Great damage, and she has a wall climber. She could just do anything. But
yeah, no, that the front one was way too fast compared to the. Yeah, so it's not the same footage.
Once Kiri came into the game.
Yeah, even when you say the thing is, there's like so much shit going on, dude. It's just real difficult. It really feels like when you take your camera and put it on zoom 20 and then try to look at something. Like that's the chaos I feel.
Thing is, once Kiri came into the game, everybody else stopped getting skins. Before.
Oh my god. Did you see so much movement behind those words? It's very difficult to pay attention to. And that's me being picky, right? Everything else is great. Obviously, it did fine. So I like it. Are all your stuff like this? Yeah, it seems that way. Okay, that's me picking it apart. How did you start it? Like, does that set the context so people know what's back there? Yeah, okay. So you start it with that video clip. Then if you blur it to bring focus to whatever's up front, then it'll work. People will still know what's going on back there.
What hero did the most damage to Overwatch?
You chose to zoom way in there because I know it brings more focus to the words. So it makes me wonder why you felt that, but then the rest of the stuff you don't seem to feel.
Did the most damage to Overwatch. Malga is definitely one of them. We know he was good, he was unkillable and all that stuff, but what I forgot was that you actually have to pay.
Yeah, so it seemed like you did put effort into like bringing the attention right at the beginning, but then the rest you're like, yeah, fuck it. So that's what I would do. Like I said, that's me being picky. It's obviously working for you, but that's really the only thing I would change. Seems like you got a handle on everything else. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. Number 9. They said, how can I improve? Oh, wait, let me go back and see. What number was that? 23, I think. Okay, remember number 9. No, it wasn't 23. Yeah, it was. Okay. Just to be sure. All right, their question was, I think I've broken out of most of the jails. I just need to iron out a few things. I'm hoping you can see them clearer than me. Yeah, I guess that's the problem, is just seeing things like clearly. My main competitor channel my audience watches makes great content, but they do less personality focused content. You know, I did feel your personality a bit more in this. Like even when there was one part where you didn't show your subtitles and you said something and I'm like, I feel this guy. Like I relate.
He was good, he was unkillable and all that stuff.
He was unkillable and all that stuff. Like that's personality coming through. Should I change anything to be like her or stick with what I'm doing? Channel name is Neandra. Let's take a look real quick and then we'll move on. I'm curious what this competition does. I wonder if they're focus is a little different or something. 126,000. Let's see what their shorts are like.
When Lucio reloads with his Keroppi skin, we can see there's a little bow tie in his...
Okay, this is so easy to pay attention to, but I don't think that this is a comparable format. So let's just...
A mobile Overwatch game has been announced. It's called Overwatch Rush.
Yeah, do you see how everything blurred in the background to bring focus to what should be focused on? That's the kind of thing that you don't even have to blur it that much. She went crazy blur, which I know exactly what to look at. But let's look at one of her high performers just to give it a good shot.
Rare Overwatch voice lines.
Here for you, Spider Queen.
She seemingly does more listicle stuff. You don't have to do that. I feel like you got your own vibe going on. Dude, really? Hers, they're just a little easier to watch because there's not so much to pay attention to. Seriously, I think that that's your only issue. Okay, let's move back to number 9. How can I improve engagement retention? How can I make the video more entertaining? How can I improve pacing and editing?
How many tries will it take me to shoot these 3 targets with this Nerf gun?
Okay, one thing I don't like is the POV is in the wrong spot. Like, think about game third person. No game puts you right beside the gun, right? It feels wrong to be like right there. You should be like above looking at your target, or even like down the barrel kind of thing looking at your target. But the side is uncomfortable. And dude, the only reason that I know this stuff is because I observe. That's literally my only skill when it comes to this stuff is I'm able to, like, because I do nothing but this, I'm able to see what works and what doesn't. And seriously, what really sticks out to me is I don't see something like this. And it's not originality is good. That's not the case here. It's like you kind of do what works and you do it in your own way. And every now and then you'll find something that like, whoa, you know, that was a test. So like, I don't know, I kind of focus 70, do what I know, 30, experiment. But anyway, if this was an experiment, like you're just trying to find a good format that works, I would definitely aim for what people are used to. Then the hook itself, there's a lot of tension in here that if you want to play with editing, you could. But let's go back to the hook because I think that that's like one of the biggest issues.
How many tries will it take me to shoot these 3 targets with this Nerf gun?
I almost don't even think that the hook needs a voice on this one. Like, if you set it up to where it's just the gun and then the 3 targets, you got ding, 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 1, bam, 2, bam, 3, bam. Like, this thing, 13 seconds, it could be down to 10, and you could cut the hook as long as you show clearly what you're doing with like, arrows. Maybe you even, like, point these 3 out, and then attempt 1, 2, 3, like, back to back to back. That's gonna help your retention out a lot. Pacing and everything. So even like the way that you deliver your hook, I think the last word you almost don't even say.
How many tries will it take me to shoot these 3 targets with this Nerf gun?
Like Nerf, like it just stops, right? So it's like these little details matter to me, but honestly, I would get rid of it. And then your captions where you're showing them are in the mess of the channel name and title and that sort of stuff.
How many tries will...
Yep. Just bring them up a little bit if you are going to use captions. But, I mean, honestly, when people see it visually, they'll know exactly what the setup is. So, yeah. And then visually, I would clean it up a little more. Like, there's a car in there and the wrinkles of the blanket. Maybe I wouldn't even set it up against your window. There's too much noise going on back there. And so what the algorithm is seeing is a lot of lifestyle nodes in this video. It's not like so many. It's when you look at a Dude Perfect short, everything is gone but the focus of it. And this is like there's a bed, there's trees in the background. It's just a little if you got some poster board or something, set it up against a wall. If you got a desk, put them on your desk. Like, I would aim to clean up the space a little more. Okay. Let's move on. Number 3, one of the original submitters. How many times should I post per day? Once, twice, or 3 times? You know what, Will? That's a really solid question that we see a lot. Is the how many times should I post a day? So maybe there's something there. Let's add that to the question list. Does the time which I upload the short matter morning, midday, or evening? Okay. That's another one. Man, these are good questions. How do I build my channel history? Build your channel history? You use it, you upload it, you watch stuff on it. That is to say, you doing those things intentionally is going to be detectable. If you go and you try to comment, hey, YouTube, I'm not a robot on somebody's channel, you'll get flagged immediately. I don't know what fucking guru is telling people to do that, but they're getting in trouble because of them. Okay, does the time which I upload the short matter? You know what? In my experience, it doesn't. It's going to go into the shorts feed when YouTube lets it, when it has time. So I just try to aim it to, like, when I find one that works. Look, only compare your channel to your channel when it comes to questions like these. So when you find one that worked for you, just keep uploading at that time. Try not to overthink it. Okay, so I gave you a lot of advice, but let's see here.
At this point, you have probably seen this video. I'm going to do the same.
I really don't think this format's working for people anymore. The chipmunk voice with the fast-paced, like, Roblox crap, it's not work. I see it all the time, and it's like, dude, why do people keep doing this? I just don't get it.
Once you change this video language to Klingon, you are going to hear my real voice.
Okay. Yeah. I would explore different formats. This is like, Roblox is overdone for one, and then the Roblox parkour with a meme in front or something like that. That format is almost more saturated than Roblox in general. So I'm gonna say that format is bringing you down. That's all I can say for now. Okay, keep creating though. Don't let it deter you from creating. I would just keep exploring. We got Jace.
Hello and welcome to Painting with Bob. Umbrella, come on, Bob. I ain't got any land. Bob, I don't think my sky is happy, and why everything for
Jace, I'm having a tough time knowing what's going on because everything is so cropped in. Like, if you back things up a little bit and give us room to breathe, maybe we'll know what's happening. But right now, it's just so close. Even when you show Bob Ross, it's like, it's on a screen, but it's so close to it. And then start your commentary. And then I'd use whatever editing software you can that, like, stops throwing
just making
the power director thing on there. But that's just a personal nitpick. Yeah, you got to give people a little bit more visual context because they're going to scroll away. If it feels this close, you're just making them uncomfortable. Number 48, one of the most recent submitters. No voice. Mic in and out. Weird. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Check 1, check 2. Why does that keep happening? I mean, is it keeps happening? It's working on my end, so I don't know. It's back again. I'll keep an eye on it. That's very weird. Better, louder. Better, louder. It's there and it's super low. Okay, now it's back up. Check the cord. I'm like, I don't see anything changing on this end. So it makes me wonder, you know what? I'm seeing something. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if it happens again. It wasn't the mic that was cutting out. It was my computer that was stuttering. All right. Somebody said the live is ended. What? Like, why would you say that? Like, why? Are you mad that people are here? You just want them to leave? Anyway, yeah. So, let's see how that works now. Every time I would go and I would use the tool, I would see the mic I would see everything start to stutter. And it all started when I plugged in a new monitor. And every time I would go over to that monitor, that's when the stutter would happen. Actually, I think it might still be happening. Let me know if it's still happening. I keep seeing it. La 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 la. Yeah. Okay. I see it. Is it happening to you guys? Because every time I see it stop every time I move over to this this monitor. So if it's not happening, just cool. If it is, let me know. Ba 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 ba. It's working. Seems fine. Mic is fine. Okay, cool. We'll go with that then. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, that was weird. But honestly, it happened a little bit yesterday and it happened today, and the only variable here was that I added one more monitor. So, cool. That's got to be it. All right. Volume and stuff is fine, I'm sure. I cranked it back up. Right. Everything is fine. Okay. I'll just wait for like 10 more people to say everything's fine, and then we'll go. Just kidding. Okay, let's do this person now. This was number 48. Looks like a bunch of content that isn't theirs. By the way, you already scrolled and it wasn't the most and it was the most recent dude. No, it was number 48. It was close. 50 was recent, but yeah. Everything's fine. Cool. Leaked an email. Anyway, this our channel focuses on transformative storytelling. You know, it seems to me the only people that say the word transformative in the description are the ones that are never transformative. Like, if you're transformative, you don't have to say it. Right? Like, that's it. So, I'm assuming that it's not transformative because you stated it outright as a, like, you pre-defended yourself. Oh, great. And now we got one of these. For copyright concerns, credit requests, and content removal, please contact, yeah. So, let's just look at the new ones because they're not doing well, I'm sure. Yep. All right. They're getting capped. The best ones are getting capped at 30K. So they're falling into the conflict radius. And let's just take a look at this one.
This dog lost his eyes in an accident, but that never stopped him. He learned to do everything by smelling. When his owner throws
it, he follows it just by scent. Okay, so you're just saying the stuff that everybody can see. This little dog always presses her thing. How would we know that if you didn't tell us? Like, we could see it, right? That's not transformative, okay? So, do you think there's a view jail on my channel, 30K jail? And what is the mistake I'm doing, or what should I improve? Yeah, so here's what's going on. The clips that you're using are already on YouTube. And you're adding subtitles, you're adding an AI voice, you're adding music, and like a lot of gurus will say that's transformative. This is the commentary niche. Neither are correct. But now I'm being transformed. I'm adding something new to it. But when you take somebody's clip and you just state the obvious, that people would watch the clip, if people would watch the clip without your crap added, and maybe they would prefer it, then that's not being transformative, okay? Son of a bitch. It cut out again, back and gone. What is happening? It's back, it's back. I mean, I barely tapped it. I don't know. Hold on one sec. I gotta hear something. Ah, I see. Check 1, 2. Okay. Check 1, check 2. Check. Check. Okay. So I have to check something real quick. You're gonna hear me echo. Check, check, check. One, two, check, check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Check 1. Check 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check. Check 1, 2. There we go. All right. Check, check. Check, check. I can hear the compressor kick in. Check 1, check 2. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I know what's happening. All right. Sorry, one more moment. I have to switch a cable. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okie doke. All right. So, let's give this a run and see how it goes. Cool. All right. So, yeah, I have a multi USB thing that sits by my leg, and I think I kept pushing the button on it, and so my interface was plugged into it. Anyway, so yeah, this is just non-transformative content. It's not your content in the beginning, but when you add your words and your stuff over it, it doesn't give anything more to the content that already exists on YouTube. Okay. Oh, I sound like Colombian coffee. I hate coffee. You thought I was gonna say Colombians. Maybe you didn't. Actually, I like coffee. I really do. I love coffee, but like, it always gives me really bad acid reflux. Like, it always makes my stomach feel like crap. I can't. All right, so we're gonna move on. I'll explain what is going on here a little bit later. The audio thing really screwed it up. It messed with the vibe. All right, let's roll back to number 23. Damn it, I keep selecting 23. It was that same guy. Number 53. Okay. Just trying to make sure everything was all right.
I found something.
Okay, there isn't much of a hook at all. There's just a room. Yeah, I would already swipe because there's nothing going on, right? So all it says is in Minecraft. There's no context. You're not giving us anything.
I found something.
Oh my god. It's just like it's 6 seconds of nothing going on.
Okay. What did you find?
Yeah, so what you've got going on here, you need to, this is more of a long form vibe, right? Maybe it is long form because I can see it's not the right format, but yeah, it won't work on shorts, okay? You need to give them quick dopamine and then move them on, right? This is one of those cases where if there aren't multiple points of value like a podcast or a live stream, then this isn't one of those shorts that can get you over to long form. Like this isn't that type of niche. So I'd recommend if you're going to make a short, make it only for the short. And then if you're going to make a long, make it only for the long. I'm trying to make less sloppy, trendy Minecraft content. I don't know to keep this channel or make a new one. I mean, I don't know. If you're making Minecraft content, you should just keep what you're doing. Yeah, see, these are going to perform a bit better, but it just depends on what the channel is about. You think that's stolen content? I don't... Really? It said ping dude on it. Either way, I mean, I've seen his content before. There's ping dude right there. Yeah, so don't know why you would say that. You're 90% certain it's somebody else's word. Okay, if you want to put your reputation on it, then we'll ban you if it's not. Okay? Yeah, if you're putting your reputation on it, we'll ban. Are you willing to bet your membership here? Oh, it's just similar. Sorry, my bad. Okay, accusations will get you in trouble. That's the point I'm trying to make here. All right, so let's move on. Yeah, I would move back to this stuff though. But like I always tell people, you're in a niche that's capped. So like storytelling is really the only way you're going to separate yourself. Like you tell better stories than everybody else. You have better things going on than everybody else. That's what's going to bring you out into the Minecraft series. Yeah, so it just falls on ideas and stories. Just keep watching. I'm sure we'll come across another one. I'll have a better example for you. The reason it's a cap niche is because there's so many Minecraft channels. Here's another one. Mark's Roblox Adventures. Only OG players will remember this. Okay.
Features only veterans would know on Minecraft.
Hell of a hook. Immediately, I'm like, all right, I know what's going on. Great hook.
Last feature, only some have managed to see it themselves.
Okay. All right. Curiosity loop. I feel it. I'm wondering how well that's going to work in the future. And this is nothing against you, Mark. This is like just in general, I've been wondering that stick around to the last one angle. I don't think that's going to work by the end of 2026. I think people are going to wise up to it.
Before update 1.9, there used to be no shields. You would be able to block with a sword by right-clicking, reducing damage. Swords also didn't have a cooldown, meaning you were able to spam click and do the same amount of damage each time. Before the last feature, only some have managed to see it themselves. Before update 1.9, there used to be no shields. You would be able to block with a sword by right-clicking, reducing damage. Swords also didn't have a cooldown, meaning you were able to spam click and do the same amount of damage each time.
Okay, my only complaint here is you should already have moved on to number 2. Like, I'm ready for number 2. I get it. No, yeah. All right, cool. Move on. Right, so if you can just shorten your script a little bit, I feel like this will perform better.
4 horses were added into the game. You would only
oh wait, that wasn't clear that was number 2.
Have a cooldown, meaning you were able to spam click and do the same amount of damage each time. If 4 horses were added into the game, you would only...
Is this number 2 or...
be able to ride pigs, which needed a saddle. If you wanted to steer the pig, you would need a carrot on a stick. Finally, the feature would...
Finally, okay, so now we're at number 3. Clearly label your chapters, your sections. Always do that, even in long forms, okay? And it's best if you like build a little graphic or whatever that takes them through it like a map. Because the more that viewers are reminded where they are in a video, the more you can keep them. Because, and you probably know this, when you watch a video, you'll get distracted. You'll start doing something else, and then you'll look back at the video, and if you feel like, I don't fucking know where I am anymore, I don't know what's going on, you'll leave the video. So the best editors, the best script writers, the best retention getters, they always remind the viewer what's at stake and what is going and where they are in the video. So 1, 2, and 3 is definitely what you missed here.
Which only some have gotten to see. The Far Lands. Only a handful.
Okay, let's move on. I think I gave a lot of value on that one. You're welcome. Okay, this one we've already done. I need to like have it start removing. Number 1. I just saw number 1. Why did my viewers not get out of 30K jail? I've been uploading for 6 months. All views, videos. Okay, wait a second. Okay. Hey, the Rimlick, are you here? You have been commenting on all my crap. You've been in here complaining that you haven't been... Well, I don't know if you've really been complaining, but you really, really wanted to help. So I hope you're here. I'm looking for him. He probably left. Okay, whatever. People at the end fight. People at the end fight. I don't know what that means. Type of people at the end fight. Are we talking about the boss fight, I guess? Okay. Yeah, I think that's just confusing to me. But, like, MK React, dude. You can't just, like, spam your channel name in here. You have to, like, follow the rules. There's a form. Ridiculous. Alright, that's the 3rd time. Alright, get rid of him. So, this end fight thing... It's boss fight to me, but maybe I'm old. Maybe kids call it an end fight now. But let's take a look at the format here. I really like it. You just want to know what you're doing wrong. Okay. So this is fun. Like, the editing is fun, but there's nothing really... I don't even know what Mr. Screeny means. Right? Like, there's no context in what these nicknames mean to me. The over-prepared one. Prepared is spelled wrong. But, like, okay. How? Show me. What do you mean? What was this one? The unprepared one. Not sure what's going on. You're just, like, the editing is fun. I like the format. But, like, give a little bit more context, right? This is very inside joke type edit. And then the ending is not the forgotten one. Forgotten's misspelled. Okay, so let's go to 31K. All right, that's not bad. They're all getting caught there. So your approach to Minecraft is fine, right? But here's the deal, and I bet you had ones that were higher at some point. Yeah, 500K, 200K. But here's the deal. At some point, Roblox and Minecraft got a niche cap. Basically, it's the best way I can explain it. I don't know the actual term. But I remember seeing it happen in the Shorts algorithm subreddit, because suddenly all these Roblox and Minecraft channels started rolling in saying, what happened to my views? And I got a bunch of them together. I think I collected 313 channels, but it was either 23 or 28 of them were Roblox and Minecraft. And those, at some point, got capped, and it means that the ones that were getting like 200,000 views got pushed down to 30,000. The ones that were getting 30,000 got pushed down to 1,000. The ones that were getting 1,000 get 0 because their content is shit. So like, that's what's going on, and the reason that it's happening is because there's too much of it in the Shorts feed. And so you really got to do something special in Roblox or Minecraft to stand out. You're doing cool stuff, and it's good, it's just such a saturated niche. You have to like I said before, stories and like what happens in your Let's Play are the best. Honestly, I think storytelling is the only way to stick out. And so I would start studying into that, like how to do. I mean, I made one video, how to make a viral story, or how to write a 1,000,000 view short. Is that it? How to write a 1,000,000 view short. And so I take you through the whole storytelling process, like how I write this story. I show you exactly how I break it down. I have like a format and everything. And then I have a video over on vidIQ, how much shorts make. It was my very last video after the update, I think it's what it's called. And this one will also show you my exact one of my storytelling formats. Okay, I kind of like take everybody through how much money it makes, and then right here, hold on one sec. Why is that the most replayed? Oh, is that when I showed all the analytics back to back to back so people could pause and look at them? Yeah. Okay. So the deal here is once I go into the format, you can look, follow this. Look at this shorts formula that I wrote down. Go to vidIQ. I don't mind promoting it, and try to make your own story in Minecraft like this, and see if you can like get footage and make it happen. And I bet you'll be able to get past your 30K jail here. Okay. There, that's what I would do. Prepared, peppered. Man, there's so much activity going on. I don't even know what the first thing is to pay attention to. All right, so number 73, one of the more recent. Is the ranking niche really dead? And I'm stuck at 30K view jail. Should I find a new niche? If it's ranking, definitely find a new niche. Yeah, dude, didn't you just submit yesterday? Yeah, stop submitting unless you change your format. I don't do ranking. Here, let me show you something, okay? Maybe this will deter you from doing this anymore. Today, in our Discord, a guy decided to go against our advice and do the ranking niche, okay? This is what happened. What should I do? The appeal got rejected. I'll start a new niche, but I heard if it's the same email or ad revenue, it will get rejected automatically. And then he said, should I change my channel? He went through his whole appeal, and they were talking, and he said, I was doing ranking. It was expected, but now I want to know if I'm demonetized on one channel. And yeah, so he says, I want to do something transformative now, not slop like y'all say. And so, yeah, the dude got demonetized. He tried to appeal, I guess, and he couldn't. He said, I understand that ranking is not a legit form of making content. I decided to try it anyway. Nothing to lose there, only time. So if you feel like losing time, go for it. But other than that, yeah, I don't recommend it. All right. This one got picked 3 times. You know? You guys know it's random, right? 3 times. Man, so many complainers. Like, goodness. I hope I don't pick any complainers. This guy's about to do the craziest jump. Simple clip. It's a clip channel. Clip channels are demonetized. How to improve? Make your own content. Okay, that's what I would do. It looks like you tried AI content as well, which is no... Yeah, that's AI? Yeah. All right. YouTube's not happy with AI content either. So, moving on. Number 34. How can I make content that's monetizable in this niche?
When Jim Carrey stood up the Golden Globe Awards and said,
okay, you can't. You can't. That's like somebody else's interview that you're just adding subtitles to. You have to offer your opinion, your critique, like make a comparison. Anything that's in your brain, put it into the video. Don't just like, well, here's what other people are saying, so I'm going to add subtitles to it. No, you can't monetize this. Moving on. Number 41.
When you throw an ender pearl, there is a 1 in 20 chance for an endermite to spawn, and using this endermite, you can make a simple enderman farm in the end. These are the materials you'll need. First, you're going to want to put an endermite on a rail in the center of the end portal. Next, you're going to need to place 9 leaves like this on any side of the portal.
Okay, I don't have any advice for this one. You're doing everything you need to do. It's just the demand of the topic. That's the only thing that will limit you, because all the editing, everything you're doing is correct. So I started 6 days ago. I want to know if I'm heading in the right direction. The only thing I'm going to warn you about is it's Minecraft. If you're not doing something spectacular, you're going to get capped. 11K, 19K, 30K, anything over 30K, 36, 33, 37. Yeah, it's all, hey, this one stuck out.
Here are some cool commands that you can use in Minecraft. This command allows you to reach really far.
Hey, that might be something really new to the platform. So if you double down on that idea, if you have more commands, it might work out. Cool Minecraft commands. And simplify it. And that title is just super simple. Cool Minecraft commands. But this one says, this command block hack will full blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so that's what I see in that. It's like a simple one, right? Try that. Try to double down on what works. But like I said, you're getting capped on all these because it's Minecraft. It's just very difficult to stand out. All right, let's move on. Number 82. All right, is the niche bad or just my editing style or the script? Spelled with a K.
This was the greatest comeback in
Niche is bad. Wait, hold on.
Champions League history. After FC Barcelona lost 0-4 against Paris Saint-Germain, they had to make the most insane comeback.
Actually, no, this is Transformative. I will say that the format is bad because it's that same stupid ass song that everybody's using, well, that we're using, and now it's like it just makes me wonder if that song is like taking a hit because it's flooded everything. I don't know that for sure, but the format that you're doing, it might be hurting you. But yeah, you kind of summarized the game and stuff like that. You didn't explain what's going on in the clip. You explained the entire game. This is a way to make it transformative. I mean, I got to give you kudos on that. But if it's already been done, you'll get capped, right? So if somebody already did this on YouTube, then you're going to hit the 30K. You're not going to be able to blow that up. But also the demand is important. So just make sure you're being as transformative as that one.
Blue lock might actually be real, but wait until you see why. You might think Japan has
Blue lock. Okay, so it does seem like you have just passed the transformative barrier. Now it's just about demand, and as long as the content hasn't been on the platform. Like, for instance, this clip did well. Maybe the first upload. This one, same upload, won't do as well because it might be a duplicate, right? So something to pay attention to. All right, let's move on. 84. Wow. Boom, dum, dum, boom, dum, dum. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Tough, dark, before, rework, combo. Okay. If you put out a crap load of these and you wanted to apply for monetization and I saw this right here, I'd deny it. Because it does look like you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Like, you can have a format, but just be careful to not get repetitive. Outside of that, I don't know how to give this any advice because I don't know what's going on in it. Competition and what can I do better to gain more subscribers? I would just look at your competition and see what they're doing. Like, that's more of the simplified advice, because I can't specifically go into how to improve this niche when I don't know what it is. Is it? I think it's Roblox. Either way, you still might get limited to what is combos sent for my subscribers. I'd also recommend keeping it relevant to the world. Anybody that could, well, at least to your audience, anybody that could come see it knows what's going on. But if you start limiting it down to inside knowledge, your subscribers, maybe even inside jokes, you're gonna turn people off. So yeah, sorry that's so basic, but it's just there's so many Roblox things. It's difficult to offer anything of value. Any improvements to make in editing? This is my competitors. Didn't you submit yesterday? Yeah. You submitted yesterday. There's nothing new on here. When you make new content, I'll give you new advice, okay? Number 53. Yeah, like send me a short link. Don't send me your channel link. You did that yesterday. All right, this one we already saw. Number 8. Crime Flash. Oh, let's see.
An AI. Until the end, he was doing some crazy stunts and felt like an AI or a superhuman, but was shocked when he.
Yeah, you're not.
No one believed it.
So you uploaded this. Hold on. Is it the same video? Okay, first, you're going to get dinged for duplicate content. Honestly, that's enough to get you banned. So, also, start using content that is your own. This is like, it looks like somebody else's content, and then you just kind of narrated it. I mean, it's still difficult to understand. But yeah, sorry, you gotta make something original. I'm just going to leave it at that. I just want to get to people that are actually creating. Like that's my whole goal here. So I'm gonna start flying through the ones that we'll ignore. Cat memes. Too much going on. I can't. Okay. Punch. Who are you calling mom? Punch's parents. Abandoned yet found. Yeah. There's too much going on to. I don't know. I can't understand it. So I only get views for my subscribers and my shadow banned. I've been losing subscribers every day. I'm still monetized though. Yeah. Looking at. I don't think you're shadow banned. I mean, it seems like you are still getting views. I'm sorry, I don't know what to give this one. It's awful to me. Like, there's just too much going on for me to read, but it's working for whoever your target audience is. So keep creating, keep doing what you're doing. It's not, I don't know, like, the reason I say I don't have anything to give is because when I see this, I don't know what the hell you want me to look at first. There's too much text going on for me to know. Like, I want to look at the caption. It's not really in the typical spot where a caption goes. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll look at whatever these cats are labeled. And then I'm trying to understand the context of that, and I have to look up, and it's just the viewer satisfaction on my end is like 0, maybe in the negatives. But it's working for some people, I guess. So I don't think you're shadow banned. I just think maybe you have a very limited demand. Maybe it's only in your subscribers. I've seen the complaint of only subscribers see my stuff, and yeah, I can't say that that's a shadow ban. I don't know that for sure, but it does seem a little fishy. So I'd recommend just keep uploading. and jump in the Discord and talk about it, and let's answer that question together over the next week or two, because we're gonna find out what that means. I've seen it a lot. All right, let's just move on. Man, Okay, how long does it take for YouTube to verify Shorts views? To verify Shorts views? I don't know what that means. But yeah, I can't give any advice to meme channels. Just what do you want me to say? Find memes and post them? Like, I don't know. So yeah, I'd recommend not stealing content. Like, this looks like Zach D Films on the bottom. So that's one that will definitely get you in trouble. Yeah, brain rot. Too brain rotty for me. But yeah, I don't know what verify views means. When you get views, that's the views you got.
He owns a $10 billion car collection, but the truth behind it is very dark. The Sultan of Brunei owns more than 7,000 insane one-of-a-kind cars, custom-made only for him, and cars the public has never even seen. From Ferrari 4...
So, where'd you get the clips? Okay, because you're offering a story that's interesting. Like, okay, this Sultan of Brunei, all right, he owns these cars, and here's all the cars. But, like, wherever you got the clips from, if they're from somewhere else on YouTube, and if it's the same topic, then that's a problem. You're not offering anything new to the platform. You're just saying the same thing that somebody else said. So if you go and search on YouTube, Sultan of Brunei cars, and you find the 1 million view video and it's all the same stuff that you're saying, you're not going to get much impressions. Like, you're definitely not going to get more than them. So yeah, that's why you really have to have something super new, transformative. YouTube wants those new nodes. So yeah, that's what I got for you there. I saw this guy earlier because I looked at his website. I just thought it was an interesting website name.
This is my general speaking voice. I've been told by 3 people it's unremarkable, but we agree to disagree. My dancing has been described as frenetic and engaging. I'd like a lady who knows how to operate.
I just don't think there's much to offer here. It's like AI stuff, right? I guess from YouTube's announcement, I would say AI. I would say this is one of those channels that YouTube won't push a whole lot because it's just there's no human intervention. There's nothing created, right? It's just a prompt, and then you upload what the prompt made. And so, yeah, I would recommend looking to combine them with something, or I don't know. I don't know. I can't give really great advice to something that a human didn't create. So, sorry. But your website looked cool, so that's something. I'm a travel content curator. Post a clip of my travel. Based on your perspective, what are need to improve? Content editing, short, improve channel. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's take a look at your more popular one just to see what worked. Okay, all right. Okay, there's no value, right? So, let's see. Okay, so the issue here is that it's just not interesting. That it's a guy in a boat. Cool. Why? What's the story? Where's my dopamine coming from? What are you giving me? You're just showing me a guy in a boat. Okay? So you need to watch more content. Watch more travel content. Watch what they show, and then when you're on your travel, start keeping an eye out for the things that work on YouTube. Okay? That's what I would be focusing on. Let's see here. this here just makes me feel like, yeah, I just can't connect to it. It's cool and all, and it might be original, but it's just like, cool. All right, there's nothing, it's not hitting me, right? There's no dopamine coming from this, and that's all the shorts feed is for. So either bring people into your story, offer like a little perspective over what happened. Just say, like, dude, if that were a paragliding story, I would say, so I went paragliding today and something happened. I can't even explain it here. And then I'd show the clip, and then whatever conflict happened that day, I'd focus on that. Like, that's how I'd build the story from there. So that's where I would go with it. Number 92, and then we have to take a moment, and then I got to get to the VIP creators. I'll explain what that is here soon. Then I got some news to break down, something that's going to help you guys with shorts, and we will get back to you. Stuck at the 30K cap, around 5 videos at this point, wondering how to push them to the next step. On TikTok, these are racking hundreds of thousands of views. TikTok, it's a lottery.
Hey, big man, what style you want? 5 maybe? So how's your mum? She's good. 1 minute, mate. Bro, I've got so much to tell you. Hey, yo, same here, man. Smoke break? Yeah, man, I'm not busy. Junk? Yeah. You haven't got your hair cut again? They were closed. Hey, big man, what style you want?
Oh, okay. Damn, dude. It has been a while since I've seen Junk. Let's take a look here. Oh, I just wanted to see what was working. Hold on.
Alright, let's do this. We already have this. Why do we need this? It was fine as it was. The YouTube logo will look like...
Was this one of the older ones? Yeah, 2021. So, one of the... I have to tell a story, Junk. So, when I first started on YouTube, I had a channel called Mocknix. And I was listening to vidIQ. I was one of vidIQ's like biggest fans. I listened to all their podcasts. And they interviewed Junk because he had an animation podcast. And so I, like, right when I started Mocknix, I hit Junk up and we became buddies ever since then. But yeah, it is just wild to go back and look at that. So what's going on here? You're posting on TikTok and it's working, but how old are these? Like, where's the consistency first? I just need to see. Like, 2026. Okay, so you're fairly consistent now. I don't know. Like, it's... You know, I think this might be... You might be caught in the animation thing right now. Let's see.
Go play? I don't even know them. They're your cousin. Right, buffet's open. Go get some food. I'm not cooking tonight.
I would drop the caption first. Like, I'm just gonna pick little things apart. I would drop the caption at least when people start talking.
Go play.
Yeah, and I would bring it down here. So POV, you're at a kid's birthday party. If that's the best caption, but it doesn't really... Actually, you know, it's fine. Yeah, but I would... Don't make me look at two different words, like two different areas of text, okay? So I want to pay attention to the animation, but I keep looking up at that. For some reason, I can't help it. And Junk, you're an artist. You don't have to listen to me, but that's kind of where I keep my captions, and that's where I keep my focus, is the eye line. So it's up to you. Don't let me step on your toes. Like, I give general advice to people. You're not one of those people. I don't want to do that to you. But yeah, this whole time I kept looking up at this. I just realized it was bugging me. As far as your backgrounds, it's your style. If there's a way you can get a little more cartoony with it, I think it would help the dopamine just a little bit to make your character stand out, because right now with the color they're blending in. Dude, to be honest, if you could take the images that you use and then like have a tool trace them or whatever. I don't know. Like if you're against Gemini, that's fine. But just my suggestion, you do all the animation, right? My suggestion would be the images that you're using, the stock images, just have Gemini like make the drawing version of it, like the traced version out, black and white. And that way, like your characters stand out. You could even, I don't know, that's thinner lines, something like that. That's like not AI making your content. It's just using it as a tool for like an element, right? I don't have a problem with that. That's whatever. That would help your character stand out, in my opinion. It would make it more like explainer type videos, except yours would be more intricate. Because your stories are good. I just have a tough time getting as much dopamine, right? As the captions, like this one might be old, but I would definitely at least bring it up to where my caption box is. Hold on, I don't have that well aligned. Because your title and stuff like that, but it depends on how old that is. Maybe it's way back when shorts looked different. Anyway, those are the couple things I would start working on first. And then the hashtags in titles, I've never seen them change anything. I did experiment with them on the John Scott channel. I moved all the hashtags onto the titles because I wanted to see what would happen. Nothing happened. So I can't guarantee that they help anything but organizing it for yourself. Okay, let's move on. John, keep creating. All right. Oh yeah. Let's take a second, and then we have to do the VIP creators. Okie doke. Hey bro, be quicker. Hey bro, leave. Get out. Spidey ranks. Oh, that's a ranks anyway. Yeah, get rid of them. All right, be right back. Be quicker. What an asshole. It's probably best that it was muted. Yeah, it's probably best that that was muted. But anyway, let's just we can simplify it by just saying I occasionally will look at a stream, and if you're being disrespectful to me when I'm just trying to help, this isn't vidIQ. I will kick your ass out. Like, it's done. So, I love ranking channels. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is not, we don't need to be family friendly here. This is just be respectful. Really, that's it. I draw them at random. I'm sorry. I can't just select everybody. So just come back. That's it. That's the deal. So yeah, sorry, Spidey Steve, if you got worried. There was another Spider-Man being a dick. Okay, let's move on to the next. We're doing VIP. So for those that don't know, I just don't want to reveal. Okay, here, I can show this. No, I can show this. Yeah. All right, this is the priority form, basically. It's the same type of form, except they get 2 shorts, and I can look at their channel, and they can ask questions and stuff. And I try to get through all of them every time, because they pay to be a part of the Real Creator community, which is in the Discord. If you look in the Discord, which is free, by the way, discord.gg/John Scott. If you scroll down, you'll see this Real Creator area, but you'll see only this channel, and that's how you get into it. Or you can just go to realcreator.community and you'll see this, right? And we do weekly private one-on-one calls, like it's a group call, but we get to talk on Saturdays, which we're starting this Saturday, and at noon. And yeah, that's the deal. You get priority on these streams. So you can always get direct advice from me. That's what priority means. Okay, dope. Let's do the first one, Night Guard Light. Let's take a look at this first short.
You will never believe why William Afton actually ended the 5 missing children. I heard that a lot of you said that William is just a broken man because he lost his youngest son to Fredbear, but you cannot be more wrong. Yes, William was slightly mad about his son's death, but he didn't accuse himself of being a bad father because he is never with his kids. He accused it on Henry and Henry alone. He did that because he was jealous of his engineering expertise and just wanted an excuse to vent, so he performed his first act on Charlie. And after that, he realized he liked it and just kept on going to experiment with kids and Remnant to overthrow Henry's engineering skills. You will.
Did anyone just feel hypnotized a little bit? I watched that and I don't even care about Five Nights at Freddy's, but that one hooked me a little bit, I gotta tell you. So this, I wonder why this one right here hit 52K. Took yesterday's advice. Tell me what you think. I think the hook could have been done better. Maybe a bit too much images. Poor script writing. Okay, well that's, yeah, but I get it.
You will never believe why William Afton actually ended the 5 missing children.
Man, it's so tough for me to judge if that's a good hook. It's good writing, but like, I don't know, because I don't know the topic, right? But if you said, you will never believe why, hold on, William Afton.
Why William Afton actually ended the 5 missing children. I heard.
Okay. You will never believe why Patrick Stewart. You will never believe why John Wayne Gacy killed. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's a good hook. It's a good hook. I was just trying to relate it to a murderer that I know. I said Patrick Stewart. I was trying to say a celebrity first, but then I was like, well, it's not a good comparison because he's not a murderer. Okay. Yeah, it's a good hook.
That a lot of you said that William is just a broken man because he lost his youngest son to Fredbear, but you cannot be more wrong. Yeah.
I like your approach here. Like, you're more passionate about it, and I like that. I don't know if on the amount of dopamine you can get from Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't know if like your passion into it is enough for a viewer to be like, yeah, just get to it, or they're like, yes. I just don't. I wish I knew more about the topic, but I will say your delivery is awesome.
Yes, William was slightly mad about his son's death, but
This right here, is that the same guy? It's like a cartoon version of him, or because I keep seeing this purple dude. That's what he used to look like. Now he looks like a purple dude, I'm guessing.
you cannot be more wrong. Yes, William was slightly mad about his son's death, but he didn't accuse himself of being a bad father because he is never with his kids. He accused it on Henry and Henry alone.
I guess
He did.
I don't, there's so many different people that I'm just like, is all of this relevant to your viewer? Like, I can't give you advice, like good advice on this, but just those are the questions that you got to ask. Are every one of these characters recognizable? And does it make sense, right? Like, is this guy in the chair, is he one of the characters? Is he Henry or the original guy, William? Like, those are the things that I would ask. Because it's confusing to me. It might not be confusing to your viewer, all right?
So he performed his first act on Charlie, and after that, he realized he liked it and just kept on going to experiment with kids and Remnant to overthrow Henry's engineering skills.
I gotta be honest though, I think this will probably work for your target audience. I think this is good. It's difficult to know. Just try that again. Okay, try another one like that. Whatever you think the best possible topic can be, try that. Also look into your competition, see what they're talking about, and then offer more to it. Like, that's like one sweet hack to go viral. All right. Okay, yeah, I took a long time on that, so I'm just gonna jump to the next one. Sorry, I can't get to your second one. Randy and Rose. Okay, this one, I gotta tell you, dude, I saw your messages in the Discord about the ranking stuff. I'm not convinced that you belong in there, okay? But we'll see. Okay. One sec. Okay. So was that you in the original? Okay, it is. All right. There. Okay, Randy and Rose. So are you Randy and Rose? Answer that. I need to know. That's like the one question. I need to know if you are one of these two people. Are you Randy or Rose? Yes, I'm doing VIPs right now. If they're not here, I guess we could probably just leave. Here's the deal. For anybody, I don't want to embarrass them. So I want to give context on what this situation is, but this determines whether he gets kicked out or not. They're coming? Okay. All right. Just so everybody knows why we wait. Sorry, this is really important. I have to figure this out. I will go longer so people get more opportunity. Just wait it out. Be patient. Here. Okay. Music media. Are you one of these two people, Randy or Rose? Are you Randy? I saw your email address and it didn't seem like you were. Randy and Rose. Okay, you're the same person, I see. I just need to know if, okay, so which one are you? Like, who are you? you understand that I almost don't believe you, right? And you know why I don't. And it's okay if you are. It's like you've turned it around if this is you. But like with the other one, it's just, I just want to make sure that this is real. Because if I find out that these aren't you and these people don't deserve this, this is a problem. I don't want that. I want to be able to give this advice. Okay, you're Randy. Okay, all right. I'm going to take you at your word. All right, first, I have to make one serious suggestion about this because I know another couple that's doing this. I feel like they might get kicked off the platform for doing something specific. And it would be crazy to see it happen. I know that they've gotten a warning, though. Jasmine and James. So they're huge. All right, 31 million subscribers. But when you go and you look at their shorts and you scroll down, you're going to start seeing a pattern. Maybe they've stopped. Maybe they've stopped. I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe they took it seriously. Okay, so this is older. Not sure how old, but look. Right here, like this, they're going to start falling into the conflict radius of their own stuff. Right here, you can see that they upload duplicate content. I looked into it, and what they do is they throw up like a little comment to try to make it different, but every now and then it'll be the same comment they already posted. They're not really paying attention to what they're uploading. Somebody else is probably doing it for them. They're huge on TikTok, and they're just kind of reposting their shit over here. At least that's how they started. But the further you go back, the more repeated content you'll see. And I brought this up in one of my videos, and I just kind of duplicated one line. But if anything, this shows you, like, yeah, I'm not lying. So they're not quite transforming their original. There's that one again right there. So the more you scroll down, the more duplicates you're going to see. And just don't do that. It's going to look tempting because it's working, but it's not going to anymore. And honestly, they might have already stopped. But yeah, just be careful about that. So that said, the formats that they're doing, I would try. Like, I would try your own version of these formats. Guys, this goes against so much of what I respect about creators and what I would do. But for this couple, this is how they work. They go on trends and they do that themselves. If they want to grow, that's what you do as a, I hate to say it, dude, but like a brain rot couple. Like that's just, it's because I'm old, I guess. I'm 36. I don't find any value in this, but clearly there's value for younger people. They watch it, they get dopamine. So I would go and check out their formats, go to their TikTok and see what kind of creative stuff you could do similar to what they would do. Dude, that's all you got to do. And I really feel like it's going to work for you. Okay. That said, I hate it. But that's what's going to work for you. And they're like gymnasts or something. They do some crazy stuff in their videos, so you don't have to do all that. But what I will say, just looking at these, is it looks a little too complicated. There's almost too much going on in each frame. This one doesn't look so complicated. Let's see what this one is. Your third at has perfect timing. What? Hold on. Oh, I'm assuming you did that with a tool. Like the fact that her shirt color changed like really threw me. But it's interesting. I now that I think about it, I know how that was done. But unless it's just like a default tool. But that's funny, man. Like that's really funny. I think the caption sucks. I get it. I get why you're doing this at thing. That doesn't work on YouTube though. When you press at, it's not going to work the same way. You're tagging channels and stuff like that. So my recommendation there would be to change your caption. Okay. Okay. I am sorry for judging, but when you sent the first channel and it was slop, it made me think, okay, that's all they want to do. Then you join the real creators, and then you asked me about ranking, and I said what I said about ranking, and then you disagreed you said, well, that's not, I don't think that, or whatever. I can't remember exactly what you said. My impression of you was this person is only looking for shortcuts, right? And so when I go to this channel, I'm like, this person is stealing this Randy and Rose content too, right? Like, that's just my assumption. So apologies for the assumption. You're more than welcome to stick around. I'll take you off probation in there. That's why you had the little warning sign. That's what I do for people that are in there that might be kicked out. So you're more than welcome to stick around, get huge, and then tell people that I'm helping you. Spread my name. Okay. But yeah, that's, I'll move on now. Sorry, that took a long time. Guys, that was something I had to personally figure out. I have very high standards for that community. Oh, Vibe Gator. Okay, let's check this out. This is the next one. Okay, so the caption that you have right now is too much. Try to limit it down or pack it into a square size, all right? No Shorts viewer wants to read all the way left to all the way right. That's why the best captions, that's why my eyeline, you see the caption, how it's pushed in. One is because you don't want it to go in this column, but two, it's easier for people to read word by word by word or 2 words by 2 words than a whole paragraph from all the way left to all the way right. It's just this, it feels better, right? What is that? What's that called? Hold on. One sec. I need to see if this works. By the way, I wrote a book called Sound Like a Smart Creator. And it's got like a bunch of cool, here, I'll show you this real quick. It's got like a bunch of like, if you were ever interviewed on a podcast, you know how the guest will be like on Joe Rogan and they'll be like, have you ever heard of the overview effect? And Joe would be like, no, what's that? And he's like, well, it's like this, blah, 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 blah. And they break it down because it was relevant to whatever they were saying. Well, I studied a bunch of podcasts and I wrote down all of those things. I called them like light bulb moments, but I compiled it into a book so I can sound smart. Like what the cocktail party effect is, the Dunning-Kruger effect, fresh start effect. But there's one, and I think it's the very first one that I found real. Oh, there it was. Hold on. This is really helpful for Shorts creators. It's called Fitts Law, okay? Fitts Law is why all the easiest things are right where your thumb is, because it's difficult for your thumb to go all the way up to the top. That's why the buttons that they want you to hit are right there, right where your thumb is. And of course, there are like little QR codes. And so I'll show you a couple examples real quick. There's a point I'm making. Just give me a moment. Sound sm.art, sound smart. I don't even know if this website works anymore. If you're going to get this book, don't get it from this website. Just go to creatorrant.com/book and get it free. Get it for free. Okay, so where the thumb is, that's where the subscribe button is, right? And then, yeah, same thing here, and then same thing here. So never put the thing you want people to hit most up where it's harder for them to reach, okay? That's basically the point. So you have to tailor what your content is to the phone experience, basically, is the point I'm making. And so when it comes to fast dopamine high, you want like really compact word by word by word. If you're doing subtitles, if you're doing something like this, I would recommend shortening the caption itself and like make it a few less words. Figure out if you can say that in a different way and put it like in that square. And since you're in the Real Creator, by the way, I'm not leaving anytime soon, so I'm just taking my time with this. Anybody that's getting impatient, no worries. I'm not leaving. But here is the vertical overlay pack inside the Real Creator thing. I got like the captions, and then I have what it would look like on YouTube, Instagram. I think I have a TikTok one I need to add in there, but you can also put these Shorts overlays in your edit so you know where things look like or where they fit, right? So that's that. And then if you're ever doing ads, that's what this one is for, because ads will scrunch your video. Anyway, That's the vertical overlay pack in the Real Creator Access thing, which you have. So just go make sure to grab that up. So all this stuff at the bottom isn't going to show up there, right? Because that's all the text and all the shit is at the bottom. Diddy boosted bro's confidence just to tear him down. Okay, let's see what this is.
I was just looking at him. He looked helpless, so I didn't want to date him. Beast, Mr. Max. I think you're feeling confident. Come, let me destroy your confidence. Come, let me put you where you belong. I'm about to.
Okay, so this is more like a braggy type. I'm not saying you're like bragging. It's just like look how good I am at playing games. There's no story that's relative to one, a layman, like somebody that doesn't play Fortnite, but two, even game players. You're not doing anything special, right? Now, what would make it special that people can relate to is a conflict that you are suffering with something. Somebody keeps beating you, okay? So you like compilation it. So, damn, died. And then 2 seconds later, damn. 3 seconds later, damn. And so you have 3 deaths, and then it's like music kicks in and you're like, all right, I got this. And it builds up and builds up and builds up until you get to the final guy, and then you pull out your gun and you die again. And then like you just sit there like, oh, and maybe some laugh track or something. That's how you build a story out of a Fortnite experience, rather than just saying, hey, here's me playing. Now, all that said, a minute 50, way too long. You need it to be like 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, 30 seconds at most for a Fortnite clip. Fortnite is one of those people want dopamine as fast as possible. If you're wasting time. You're wasting their time with a minute 50, okay? The only niche, and I've had people ask this, the only niche that a minute 50 tends to work for are DIY niches. I'll show you guys an example because a lot of people say, how long should I make it? And so, you can't see my screen. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. Damn, you didn't see all the Fitz-Law stuff or anything. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so, yeah, I showed you the book, and then I went and I showed you the website, which, yeah, just go to creatorrant.com/book, and you can get that book for free, okay? It's the ebook, but what I was showing you is the Sound Smart book, this right here. This is, oh, here's some examples of what this is, basically.
Something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The more you learn in a specific skill, the more.
This was a really simple study where they recruited 91 participants.
Like all of these things break down.
Generation effect is.
The generation effect. I just compiled a bunch of these things into a book, and so I was showing examples of where your thumb is. That's where you want, tailoring the experience to a short vertical. So what I was saying is your caption up here is too wide. You need to crunch it down, and I would put it where my caption thing is, right here. See? So all that said, all the story stuff I said was true. I would do that. And yeah, a minute 50 is way too long for Fortnite. And then I said that length only works for DIY. And I'll show you that example, and then we're going to move on. I'm seeing so many deleted messages. Yeah, be impatient. I could have gotten to you, but if you get banned before then, like, I'm not in a rush. So it's going to work. We're going to do well. But I did want to show you guys this video because it really stands out to me as peak. Like, it is so good, and this is the type of niche that you can do extended. And if you can't hear it, it's because it's in the left ear. She only made mono, but check this out. This is so cool.
Find these animated playing cards without any generative AI. Starting with my playing card template file, I gave the cards a parchment colored background and then placed these frames on every single card. Command Option.
So the whole project, she goes through and she adds these little things, and then you see she prints them out. She didn't do any stuff with AI, which, by the way, I think is a great marketing angle. I think when people say I did all this with no generative AI, I think that that's going to be a huge angle. People are going to be like, oh my God, no AI. Like, I love that. So if you ever do construction or crafts or whatever, no AI involved, I think that's a selling point now. But check it out. This is the result.
Out the animated moon phase,
As she flips it, you can see it.
and it's looking really
It's like
excellent.
animated.
The final step was
So anyway, this was 3 minutes long, the max. I watched the whole thing. I thought it locked me in. This is the niche. When I say, should I go 3 minutes? I only say DIY. Construction, crafts, that sort of thing. 3D printing, 3 minutes is fine. Okay? All right, let's get back to channels now. Yeah, so I gotta move on, but you're in the VIP. Feel free to submit tomorrow, and I'll see you then. All right, Literacy Corner Global.
A Taliban fighter shoots at American soldiers positioned on a rock.
By the way, I'm reviewing the VIP right now, but I'm gonna be back to normal people here soon. Okay.
Ridge, but he misses. The soldiers fire back using machine guns, but they can't hit them because of their position advantage. Then the commander radios for something that can't miss. Minutes later, a jet's growl.
Well, are you asking for tips on this? I don't have anything for it. It's awesome. It's the only video that popped in February. We would usually have 5 videos out of 10 that would reach millions of views in a month, but now we're sitting around 20 to 30K. I'm confused whether YouTube is confused as we talk about 2 things. You say military tech and military history, it's the same niche to YouTube. Like that difference isn't going to make a huge difference because you're a shorts creator. Now, if you are doing long forms and you make that distinction, then it might be a little bit more difficult. But shorts, remember, you're in a shorts feed. It's a lot different of an experience than being on the front page. So, I don't think that niche thing matters. There's something else at play, and I believe there is, but this one, February 3rd, 3 million or 2.3 million views. So that was after the change, but before the skeleton niche crackdown. And now you're getting 35K, 21K. In the Discord, by the way, for anybody that needs this this understanding here, this context, okay, it's not going to make sense unless I say it. So the way I got started on reviewing shorts is I have a channel that gets millions and millions of views. It's 3D animation, like Zach D Films. Even though I actually started doing it before him on Instagram, it's just what I started. And so I was teaching people how to do this, and that's how we started building this thing. And so, yeah, that's one of my students. Anyway, that is viral.school. If you're curious about how we do this, viral.school is where it's at. But most of the people in the community originally are 3D animators. So if you're a 3D animator and you want tips, honestly, I really suggest joining. You don't have to buy anything. Just join and talk to the guys. So this case, I think the 3D animation space is getting a little bit of a restriction while the algorithm still figures out what the hell's going on with the skeleton niche. Because the skeleton niche was overproduced with AI, so much automated, right? It's just crazy amounts. And so once those started getting hit, which I have the proof here, all these skeleton niches just started like losing, and they don't get any more views one after another because all those AI gurus told them to make. They print money, and now nothing happens. I recommend just sticking with it, okay? Even my current John Scott channel still gets views coming in. Just keep creating, okay? That's all I can say. Some people recommend taking a break. I don't have any proof that that works or not, but some people do recommend it. I can't give you anything besides that. Also, the war and the state of the world right now might be a little bit of a situation that YouTube is restricting. Just a little bit, to be careful. So, yeah, that might be a thing. Just keep an eye out for your competitors. See what's going on. If it's happening to them, like, let's keep talking about it in the community. Maybe we can find an answer. I'm sorry that there's not more to give you there. It sucks. It really does. Especially with the talent that you have. Okay, Olivia.
I made 2 ear warmers, 21 bandanas.
Sorry, I gotta restart that.
I made 2 ear warmers, 21 bandanas, 35 scrunchies, 50 hats, 16 keychains, 9 pillows, 37 plushies.
Okay, I've already scrolled away because I don't care, right?
8 granny squares and 1 blanket. I made 2 ear.
What's the point? You made a lot of stuff, okay? It's not a good video. That's all. It's impressive what you did, but nobody but you cares about that unless you can offer them something, unless you have value, unless you're teaching them something or you're entertaining them, right? So this only matters as social proof, as input bias. You say, I've made, like, when you watch my videos, I say, like, I've helped creators get over 180 million views, and I've gotten over 400 million views for myself. I start that way because people are like, oh, this guy's serious, right? And so if you ever go that direction, this is the perfect thing to start with. I've made this, I've made that, bam, 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 bam. And the other way I would do this is I wouldn't be holding them. I would be like doing an overview of a table and then take one picture and then add more stuff, another picture, add more stuff, another picture. And so it just keeps adding to the image. And that satisfaction gives the viewer dopamine, but the lack of a point is what's missing here. All right, moving on.
Imagine a supersonic.
And by the way, that was an old one, right? She is killing it. Just have to let everybody know.
Missile flying just above the ocean, heading straight for a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. You only have 3 seconds before impact, and missiles are way too slow to stop it. So
by the way, the other military channel, when I say that if you use your voice, it gives you an edge over your competition, or use your face, gives you an edge over your competition, there's no question that YouTube, like, there's no question. YouTube will see a person and be like, oh, well, that's definitely not the skeleton niche, right?
So the Navy uses this. It looks like a giant white R2-D2 robot.
So this is AI made.
Shredding the threat into harmless.
But the information is what is interesting to people. How long ago was this one? I just gotta know. March 1st. Okay, so very recent. So that was your very first one. It sometimes it overseeds an audience, and this one really resonated. I can't offer much yet. We need to see how this one keeps performing. Looks like videos are doing good. The rate, okay, you say 80%, but doesn't matter. Tips to improve, fear with monetization. Because of your topic, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I would only worry about not getting enough views, okay? Just because the stuff you're offering is stuff that the channel or YouTube doesn't have. Okay? Just keep creating. Make sure the stuff that you create is research you've done. And make sure your scripts are edited by you. If an LLM writes the script, the structure, the LRM, the large recommendation system, which is, people call it Gemini, but it's YouTube's algorithm, it can pick up exactly what an AI wrote because it's an AI. It's like, it'll just be like, I would have written the exact same thing in the exact same order. So make sure you're heavy-handed with the human element since you're using AI footage, okay? Seriously. That's what you got to worry about. Night Guard. Oh, you already submitted. Okay. I got yours from yesterday. Party with Barbie. My channel focuses on Roblox Dress to Impress gameplay, but a lot of your audience is storytelling creators. Right, which is why I went over the viral.school thing. That's how I started. Viral.school. That's how I began, what I got a bunch of views on, millions of views, and helped others. So yeah, that's why there's so many storytelling creators, but we're moving away from it into just general shorts creators. My channel focuses, okay, my goal would be to make people think differently about everyday systems and human behavior. Whoa, okay. Hold on. I skipped forward, now I missed something. Alright, my channel focuses on Roblox Dress to Impress gameplay. A lot of your audience is storytelling creators. Should I incorporate storytelling in my videos so they stand out instead of feeling like regular how-to videos? Are they how-to videos? What would change about my channel and make the videos more clickable? I see creators in my niche get millions of views, They might be the top of the niche because it's Roblox and my videos are consistent, but maybe I should do story. Okay, you said that. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel where I give unconventional perspectives on things, topics, why prostitutes might be great salespeople, why prisoners can become powerful communicators. Interesting topics. If this is stuff that you just kind of know and you've done research into, I would recommend looking into that. If it's something that is already done on YouTube, then you'd have to like approach it with a different perspective. Maybe you're in it and you're showing your stuff on a whiteboard or whatever. Like, it all comes down to the format and new information. My goal would be to make people think differently. Okay. Different perspective, storytelling. How would you structure the content? Okay, I can't jump into that really, but I can look at the Let's Go Barbie and see if it's trash. Okay, so at one point, these are, did any of these work really? Why? I'm just wondering why you keep doing the same format if it's not quite killing it for you. Let's see. New hair combo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what more to give this. Like, it's clear what's going on. I can see it. You're just offering different combos of this. There's not a whole lot of payoff in this content besides like, hey, here's the new thing. And if you're showing it in the thumbnail, then people don't need to watch the video anyway, right? Because you already gave it away. So that's something to keep in mind. If the hair combo was like crazy looking, or you do how to get purple hair or something like that, that's value that you give to the viewer. But here's just showing what this stuff looks like. It's lower value, right? Anyway, your barrier to entry is super low on this. Anybody can do it. If anybody can do it, if it's easy to do, it's shampoo. But yeah. Odds are, I would assume this was blowing up when you first started. So if you're not passionate about this, I'd fucking give it up. I'd just be like, whatever. I want to move on to the thing that I can offer value in. So if anything, I recommend doing that new channel idea. Like, as long as you know something about it, you've done the research, you have a perspective to offer, YouTube will thank you. Okay? All right. That was all for the VIPs today. There was one new one added, but I have to get to it tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. So, Casavoisier. Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Or just let me know if you're not going to make it tomorrow and just submit the next day. All right, going back to the original forms. Number 85. I think we've already done it, but let's see. Nope, we haven't, because I would remember that email. Okay. All right. Did I get a Discord message? We can't see your screen. Again? Or... Oh, no. Wait, that was a while ago. By the way, if you're jumping into the Discord, if you add me, if you send me a message, JohnBot will kick you from the server. It's rule number 1, okay? So I get these and then I just clear them because the moderation takes care of it. It's just, I get so many a day, I can't keep up with them. So if you have, somebody hit me with a proposal the other day, maybe it was yesterday, they said a collab proposal, just my email's on my channel. Just send me an email, and if I don't get back to you, it's because you didn't give enough information or whatever. If you don't clearly tell me what the offer is, I'm not going to respond. It's just not worth the time. There's too many of them. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to it. Rule number 1 is party. Okay, cool. I'm just catching up on chat. Chat. Okay. I need this other one open here. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Cool. Okay. 30s on TikTok, 40s, what'd you say? I want to make finance education fun with stories and good visuals, teach people about money related stuff without making them bored. Your approach to this makes me think that you don't know a whole lot about it, right? Like, it just... Okay, I'm not going to make that assumption. Actually, you know what? Just if any of these topics are not coming from you, if you're asking AI what good finance topics would be good to put on YouTube, just know 1 million people already did that before you, and it won't work because of that. And then your visuals look like they're AI. I'm going to assume it, but let's see.
The average first-time home.
Yeah, it's AI. So, all this stuff, like this clean tone and your loads and facilitate and contact Howard, like, yeah, it's AI.
Ha. More like a buyer's board game where if you're 30 and watch.
Yeah, the pacing is too slow. The AI is not gonna work. Basically, what I'm saying is, you're jumping to things that take little effort. That's not gonna work on the platform anymore. You need to take something that you can create, either if you write it in a script or you create it visually, you film footage, you like Chris Corner, that finance info where it's just him sitting there and he talks a lot and maybe shows what he sees on the internet. That's the kind of stuff that people need, right? And even shorts. He does this where he's like, look at this freaking guy right here. And he shows a business and gives his tips on it. Check this out. Look.
Would you look at this freaking thing right here? This is blowing up in Japan, and it needs to be everywhere.
So, yeah, he transforms it by talking about how to go about doing this business, right? That's value. That's something the viewer can take home, right? But if you're just using something that they could get from ChatGPT, you're a middleman that nobody asked for. Okay? All right, let's move on. Number 115.
How many Robux does Hasm make per month? Hasm gets 3,101,760 Robux, or 11.
Okay. Done. I can leave now. Understand? I don't need to stick around anymore because you're not really opening up
$1,786 every single day, which we...
Like, you think this part right here, as you keep changing it, would like be a slower reveal, but why? It's right there. I can see it. I can clearly see how much it is. You're not capitalizing on curiosity the way that you should. Okay? Let's go back and start again.
How many Robux does Hasm make per month? Hasm gets 3,101,760.
It's all there. Like, I can see it, right? So I'd get rid of that. Honestly, I would get like the number reveal is one thing, but when you show a full number, people know it's already in the 3 million. And now it's 3,100,000. I honestly could probably leave it second number 3 because I'm like, all right, that's a lot of Robux. And then I move on. So you're revealing the stuff that you should be holding back. And the way that you do it is you add relevant details before you get there. Don't fill it with anything though. That's fluff. So you need to like, what I would do is how much does he make per day, or what is it, per month? Yeah, per month. How many Robux does Hasm make per month? Last month he streamed this amount of time. He played these games, whatever, and in that month, and like you go through all those details and you're like, and in that month he made 3,101,700. Yeah, that thing. And that's the reveal at the end. Or in real money, like or in cash that would be like, that's your bonus bonus punchline at the end. So over here where my mouse is pointing, that's where you reveal this number, and then you drop the real money bomb right at the end. So that's your biggest problem. Let's move on. Sorry, you asked a separate question, and I'm going to look real quick, but
How many Robux does Hasm make every day? Well,
you said, oh, you changed it to every day. Okay. 43,000. Yeah, 2 million views. How many views did the other one get?
how many Robux?
37,000. Okay. Why did the link above get promoted to search and then browse? When the video below, while the video below did? That's all you said, did? I decided to double down to see if I could do it again. Okay, so this one says members first. So that was probably one issue.
How many Robux does
I don't know if this one was members first or not. Become a member. All right, so if this wasn't members first, that's probably one thing that happened. Also, if you show any footage that isn't yours in the first one, that could be a difference. Or it could be YouTube just trying to figure out who your audience is. And so, yeah, that's the deal. Every video gets recommended alongside different videos. And every now and then, you'll come across a variable that makes things, like, not predictable. So, yeah, that could be the case. Also, maybe every day is a little more interesting to people than every month. All right, there's a bunch of answers. Hopefully one kind of helped. Oops. How to break the 30K view jail. I made a video about this, but that's not your content, so that's why. Hold on. Let's give it the chance. Let's give it the chance. Swerving. Okay, we can clearly see it. He woke up, but something was wrong. He woke up. Okay, yeah. You're not offering anything that people can't already find out by the clip. Basically, if your clip could, like, all the stuff you did to the clip, if it could be removed and people still enjoy it and still would watch it, then you didn't add anything to it, okay? If it still made the same point, you didn't add anything to it. You're not transforming it at all. So the ones that you are transforming enough are going to get caught in the 30K jail because they've already been uploaded to YouTube. YouTube knows that that clip is already on the platform. You're falling into the conflict radius of whoever uploaded that first. Okay? Cool. Let's move on. I might have to do a conflict radius explanation for every stream. I'll leave that one up and explain it a little bit later. The art of defending. Okay, not quite descriptive. It's too vague, first of all. So let's see how this goes.
The theme is
Okay. It's just gameplay. Okay. Not a whole lot going on. It's just gameplay. I'd recommend building a little more tension into something crazy that happens in your game. And I'd be less vague with the caption. Like, first look at niches look at gaming niches and see what types of captions they write. I'm working on something that's going to help this, okay? And I can actually release the name now because I'm in the middle of building the tool. I can show you a little bit of it. But basically, I go through hundreds of niches and I break down their visual, I break down all their hooks basically. And I've got a huge database and you can search it by niche if you're gaming, and it pairs up with neighbor niches, and you can look at all these different examples and see like what would work for your channel. And you don't have to take it because, like, it's not stealing really, because the format is actually broken down into how you can replace parts with, I don't know. It's called Hook Bomb, okay? I'm very excited about it. All I got to do is just add a little more data on it, and then it'll be ready to sell. I'm stoked about it. And yeah, and it's a one-time purchase. No AI involved, one-time purchase. It's like it flies in the face of every guru tool right now. And it's constantly updated, so yeah, I'm very excited. Remember when this guy, let's see.
False default.
Hey, didn't this guy get banned? I can go ahead and skip this, right? Because he was being a dick. Let's see. Tfue versus the ultimate false default. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just move on. I'm pretty sure this guy was one of the, yeah, he's gone. All right, yeah, I'll just skip him. Like, that's what you get.
Have you ever misspelled things in Honkai stories? You know, I do, since I do reroll account from time to time.
All right, so this is very particular. I don't understand anything yet. All right, so just keep that in mind, that as a layman coming in this, misspelling something, I don't know how that's relevant. It looks like a game to me, but I'm not really sure what this is. So what I would have done is I would have shown at least some sort of visual where that makes sense to somebody who's never played, okay? Because if that's your hook, it needs to make sense to everybody. That's the ultimate goal. I know you have a target audience, but you get way bigger if you make the world your target audience.
I noticed I was wrong until my actual live stream playthrough. I keep on calling this Yarilo Fee. So it's Yarilo 6. Have you ever misspelled things?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so you thought it was V, but it was 6. Okay. Misspelled is if you didn't spell anything, you just like misunderstood it. Okay, so this is just a clarity issue, really. It's very difficult to understand what's going on. Really, if you can put your mindset in that perspective of relatable, relevant, like it makes sense to everybody, then that's going to help you out a lot more. So what I recommend is just showing your content to the people in the Discord and saying, do you guys understand this? Do you get what I'm going for? What would you change? That sort of thing. Because that's going to help you out a lot more than just going at this blind, okay? Discord.gg/JohnScott. It's free. That's what it's there for. It's there to get perspective, okay? That's going to be the best tip I can give you on this one. Yeah, okay, yep. And that one was the last one that submitted, just so you guys know. Well, not anymore. It changed. 3 more people added, but it was the very last one at the time. Is this transformative enough? If not, what can I do to make it transformative? Because when I applied for monetization, they rejected it. Okay, remember that. They rejected this. Keep it in mind when you see this channel. Maybe it was because I made a bad appeal video. I didn't show enough behind the scenes. It's not going to matter if it's for a couple different reasons. Let's see.
These are the times YouTubers found personal Easter eggs in games that created these wholesome moments. Starting off when the devs decided to honor Markiplier's deceased father in the best way.
One of these books has an Easter egg. There.
So, you are, to be honest, I'm a little surprised it got denied, but at the same time, like, they know how you make this, right? At the same time, you're using a bunch of people, like, it's a little surprising to me. Let me look at your other stuff. Maybe your other stuff's a little lazier.
After Markiplier found a dead body, with everyone suspicious of him, he managed to flip the script, outsmarting the entire lobby. Well. So I don't...
Okay, so that's not transformed. It's just a bunch of, like, it's a little bit of a preface and then an edit. So let's see here.
These are the times Markiplier questioned reality while playing fan-made FNAF games. First up, when the owl kept bugging Mark to the...
Okay, so you're doing a listicle with a bunch of clips that you don't own. Like, typically, I would say this is transformative, But if it got denied, I mean, you're like, to be honest, you're like right on the line of Transformative, because it's still like a bunch of people's clips. And if you're not interjecting stuff in the middle and you're not giving opinions and stuff like that, it seems like YouTube is tightening the reins. They're being even more strict about what is transformative. They want you to create stuff, not take stuff. And so I'm sorry. I got nothing to offer then. If you're just trying to get your, like, YouTube made its decision, to be honest with you. And now it helps me understand that this is probably not going to be monetizable for a lot of people. I don't think your appeal video has much to do with it. I see a lot of gurus capitalizing on that, tricking people, saying, here's how to make an appeal video, and they get a shitload of views, but then you go to the comments and you see a lot of people, I still got rejected, and yeah. What do you need to add? Okay, one would be your face, which would really help. But if you're adding something like make an observation, interject your voice over the clip, play it for only a few seconds at a time, and then add your commentary. That's the kind of stuff, like, look into the transformative rules. That's what they want. Like, I think there's a maximum number of seconds before you can start talking. And so editing over it and adding music and stuff and sound effects doesn't matter at that point. It seems like they're being more strict about it. But, like, the thing is, you're getting views, which is like, cool. YouTube's like, look, I'll show it, but we're not going to pay you for it. So that's the deal. Good to know. Very good to know. I'm sorry that happened to you, but also it's not your content to begin with, so that's the risk you take. 96. It's just more strict than I thought. I mean, I knew it was strict, but more strict than I thought. So that means a lot of these edit channels are out too. I mean, I've always said that. Yeah, this isn't going to do much. Okay, no question. I don't have anything to offer this. It's just you've edited a clip minimally and offered nothing else to it. So it's not going to perform well. Same thing I said to this guy. You have to, like, offer opinions and, like, your own takes and that sort of thing. Apparently a listicle is like a ranking. I mean, that you were essentially making ranking just without putting them in any order. So yeah, I'm a little surprised it's that strict, but yeah, that's the deal, I guess. This person, how can I increase my views, watch time? As you see in my channel, they're stuck around 1.6K. Okay. My niche is boxing and sports animes. It's anime, but also boxing. Let's see. Top 5 animated characters of all time. Honestly, this just lacks appeal. People, sure, you can have opinions about your top 5, whatever, but, like, are you saying why? Are you, like, rating them and saying, like, okay, well, here is why he's the best boxer. In this video, he did this. When he came up against this enemy, like, that's information, that's value for a viewer. But if you're just offering, like, hey, here's my favorite people, nobody cares about that but you, right? So that's what went wrong with that one. Honestly, a value proposition is probably the issue with a lot of these. Mostly entertainment value. Let's see. This one did a little bit better. Okay, it did a little better because there's more context. It's like you're a clip channel at this point. Clip channels perform very well, but it just depends on what you want to do with it. Like, they always risk getting removed, but they don't get monetized. They used to. Just a little bit of a edit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So focus on the value you want to offer, right? Think about that. That's the issue there. And then yeah. Think, if you're a viewer, when you scroll through YouTube and you're watching videos, think, like, when you watch the whole video, ask yourself why. Why did I watch that whole video? Why did I stick around to the end? What did they promise at the beginning that made me watch all the way through? Those are the self-aware questions you need to start asking yourself. Because when I watch this, I think, well, I'm not sticking around because I don't even know what this is offering me. So it's very clear to me. But when it's you and it's your content, it's difficult to be able to break it down like that. So yeah, it's the value offer right there. It's refreshing to come across a channel that isn't like blatantly stealing content from people, but make sure you don't do that. Is this a good AI funny for a gambling video? I'm not gonna even do that. I'm just gonna move on. AI and gambling, not quite the combination I am excited to share on my stream. They said, is this niche potential get millions of views? Maybe. Let's see.
Confirmed by Oda, this is how the Emu versus Luffy fight will turn out. Emu casts Domini Reversi on Luffy.
Yeah, I think so.
But Luffy can't be controlled. Emu was surprised. Luffy.
Yeah, I think this totally has potential. This confused the hell out of me because I didn't know the context, but Anime Yapping Guy is such a good name for this. I think you just need to keep creating, honestly. I could see this working really well for long form too, but no pressure on that. Yep, you just got to keep creating. I got nothing else but just keep creating. Sorry, man. You're doing great stuff, but also I would remove the top bar of all the shit that you have up there, especially if it's already the title. Like there's no need to put the caption as the title and leave the caption up the entire time, okay? People know what it is. It's a short. Okay, let's move on. Ba-ba-bam. Yeah, real quick. MA3 locks. If you just keep saying your channel name, I'm gonna want you to leave, and the mods know that. So, yeah. God, Will, you are like ruthless when it comes to that, and I love it. I love it. I mean, when I would stream for vidIQ, I'd see it all the time, and yeah, here it's just like we don't put up with that shit. Get out. Hammers are flying. Like just read the description. That's all. It's like the link is there. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Why does...
Okay. They said, okay, look, bro, I'm 13 and this is just a side quest for me, but I really want to grow my channel and become popular. Also, please suggest me an AI tool that does not require credits and money, and it will make anything I say. Please, man, I believe you can truly help me with this. One love from India. All right, I'm going to help you. You're not going to like the answer. There's no AI tool I will recommend because the success you want from YouTube won't come from an AI tool. It'll come from value. So my recommendation, since you're so young, is to find something you're interested in and obsess about it. I really don't recommend obsessing about it, but like that's what makes a good creator. They find something that they love, they get real interested in it, they either learn how to do it or they learn a lot about it, and then you have more knowledge about that than other people. And when you do that, then you can create a channel and demonstrate it or teach about it or whatever. Then you're offering value to the platform. You're offering information to the platform in a package that doesn't already exist. An AI tool, and I know you're young and it's okay that you're trying to figure this out, but at your age, there's a lot of people that will say, here's how to print money. Here's a quick way to go viral on YouTube and make a shitload of money. They're lying. They're lying to you, and it's a waste of time. Learn something. Become good at something. That's your future, okay? Seriously. because there are going to be so many people that try to do what you're doing, and the future is going to be full of AI failures. Don't be one. Like, have value. Make something. Like, that's where, dude, you have a whole future ahead of you, and the people that are actually spending time learning something valuable, they're going to succeed crazy in the future while everybody tries to do the lazy thing. Don't do the lazy thing. Number 146. You have to be 13 to be on YouTube. He said he was 13. He said he was... What's the deal? Guy in chat said he was 12. Did he? Because that's not what he said on the thing. Yeah, so I don't know why you led with that, but like it's gonna make me at least a little more lenient on your question because you don't know better. And that's okay. I wouldn't know better either at that age. But like seriously, like devote yourself to something of value because everybody your age is gonna try to learn the fast thing. And that doesn't mean don't learn AI. I recommend learning everything you can about AI. And if that's the case, then you can teach about AI, right? But like don't use it to just try to do the easy thing. People already beat you to it, and every system is learning to block it now. I mean, look at what YouTube did. I want to hear your honest review. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm coding 2D satisfying simulations in Python programming language. Okay. Let's see what the popular one is.
Oh no, they fell right onto the Mad Doctor, and he is furious. Wait, there's nothing up. System overload.
Okay, so this is... You need to give context on every short what this is. Like there was one channel where the dude programmed an AI to learn how to walk or something like that. What was that? I programmed AI learn walk. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Wono that made it. AI learns to walk. AI learns to walk. Deep reinforcement training. So watch how this one starts. This is Albert. We taught him to crawl to targets. Okay, so like they kind of give a little more context in a slower way. Like I would start it out like, I coded, what did you say? What's your description say? I coded 2D satisfying simulations. Okay, so you would say, I used Python to code all these AIs to try to fight this. I don't know what exactly you did, but that's the context that's missing. And people will be interested if you coded something. They want to see how an AI reacts. But if you're making it into this story, then it's just an animation for people. And it's the more impressive angle is that you coded this thing, right? So if that's not how you lead it, then the value is less, I think. I think that would be real interesting to me. Let's see what this one.
Okay, simulation started. Oh, shiny coin.
It's still like, I don't know what it is, right? You just got to give that context. Even if it's a caption, like I used Python to code this, or I coded this in Python. I coded an AI, like this one. Let's see.
I coded an AI to sort these balls by color. It started learning way faster.
Okay, this one is, the music's way too fucking loud. And like, if it was if it was quiet or non-existent, I think this would be better. And then the very first one that we watched sounded like your voice, or at least a better voice. This is just too, yeah, I don't know. I would honestly use my own voice for something like this. I've seen channels like this that I always find super interesting. It's just a person doing their thing, right? Yeah, that's what I would do. Ow, man. Okay, let's move on. I would keep trying to start these with, I coded an AI to do this. Like, that's the right angle, even though that one didn't perform very well. But I think that there were other variables to that. Okay, moving on. Sorry. I'm catching up on this person because I think they're being annoying. Okay, they said they're 12. Yeah. I don't know. If they're being like, I don't know what to do about it. Mods, make the choice, because like that's I mean, it's not our responsibility on YouTube, but if they're causing trouble, you know what to do. I don't know. I'm 8. All right. Get out. Make him an example, I guess.
These are the times YouTubers found personal Easter eggs in...
Oh, we already looked at that one. Okay.
Previously on In Times Like These.
You see, your girl, Xena, she ain't who you think she is.
I'm trying to reach viewers who watch soap operas, my story animated and real short. The thing about those is they're real people, and so there's a connection to be made. But Sora animations just won't. There's no drama because they're not real, and like the story also isn't real. You know what I mean? Like, sure, where do you find the thing to relate to? Since it's not in the visuals, it has to be in the writing. But since you didn't write it, there's nothing to connect to. And so I think that that's a big problem, that really nobody's going to be interested in it. That's the deal. Yeah. So using AI to do something that people need to be able to connect to is it's not going to work. That's that. What's this here?
I remembered how me and my brothers were watching the final episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender together. Working on In Times Like These, I desire to help create must-see TV where families...
This one worked because you were telling a story, right? It was something personal. I was interested in this, right? You have sold yourself short by jumping to AI.
And loved ones could watch this series together and make memories.
I remember my story animated. Yeah, I remember this from a while ago. Maybe it was on vidIQ. Man, you had me hooked, and then you pushed me away with all the other stuff you're trying to do. I'm so sorry. It's just not something I think people connect to. I can't be dishonest to you. I don't think people will connect to this. That's just my honest opinion. And you are more than welcome to get a second opinion. I'm not YouTube God. I am wrong about things too. And like, that's just human. So take it however you want to take it. I saw so much potential the way you started that, and then it dissipated with the angle. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I remember this. Okay, let's see.
So just wasted our time. So now he's staff lying in Never once have I made a racist remark towards anybody in the server or in my entire life.
The moderators asked me to show proof.
There's a lot of stuff going on before you started telling that story. But you might as well have just started with the last line.
I did not randomly kill these role players, so I sent this clip in instead.
You said So just wasted our time.
Yeah, it's all for that.
You were going to be kicked for 5 minutes. Sorry, Bacon. Are you listening? That was.
Yeah. This is one of those things, like, it's Roblox content, so you might get capped regardless. But also, I don't have much to offer with all the chaos. Like, it seemed like you were telling a story, but then the story does get lost in the chaos a little bit, especially at the beginning. You had a hook eventually, but the hook needs to be at the front. So I'd change that up and then shorten it to, I don't know, 20 seconds and see if that will work out for you. Oh man, I feel so bad for the mods. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at this one. I'm glad I started opening these off screen. All right, this one is a ranking channel. Just so you know, guys, ranking is, remember, content theft times 5. Just stolen content. Nothing else about it. This is my highest view. It's because it's not your content. Okay? There's no ranking. No. It's all ranking. All of it. So, yeah. Even if you happen to pass the test and get some views, you'd never get monetized. It's just not... It's not authentic. Okay, let's do some Q&A and then we'll get back to it. Cool? Cool. Do hashtag question. Ask your questions, okay? Ask them questions. All right. Question. Does the same mantra occur to people clipping their own content? No, it doesn't. It's fine if you do that. But you just got to make sure it's still a little bit different. Otherwise, you'll get dinged for re-uploaded content, duplicate content, okay? But you can rank your own clips, especially if you're offering like extra information as you do it. But don't just like... Yeah, you get it. You get it. Does the same... Okay, I answered that one. Why my shorts get 70% views from browsing even if my stats are good? Your stats, how do you know they're good if they're not doing good? Like, you can't compare them to anybody else. Only you. Do you live stream every day? I do, at noon. Noon, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, why the bandana? I've always worn the bandana. It's just something I've always worn. I was a touring musician for a long time. I wore it then. I take it off when I sleep. I don't know. It's just something I've always worn. And now it's like primal branding. People recognize it. So that's why. Oh, and also, really, I started playing guitar when I was 12. And my biggest inspiration was Jimi Hendrix. And if you look him up, you'll see that he wears headbands on stage or bandanas on stage, and that's why I started when I was a kid. And yeah. All right. Can you explain NP hard in layman's terms? Tried to read all those papers waiting for the plane. I don't know what that means. NP hard. No idea. I had a small channel in a different niche. Now I rebranded to another niche. Is this okay? Sure. You can do whatever. You're free to do whatever you want. If the Sora 2 clips are my own creations, they're not. You didn't create them, okay? And I add commentary on top of them, would YouTube push them? No, because you didn't create anything. If you like took them and turned them into something, like you cut a person out of it and then edited that person into something else, and then like you created, like that is, yeah, that's more transformative. But YouTube just won't take AI on its own, okay? You won't get in trouble if you do that, if you do your voiceover, but will YouTube push them? I don't think so. Okay, that's kind of how I feel about that. I've seen them succeed, But will it happen now? I don't know. A lot of things have changed now. I'm switching from faceless ranking videos to personal long-form content. Should I start a brand new channel? I highly recommend it, since ranking has probably red flagged you big time. Do you think it's worth trying shorts? I honestly feel like long-form is much more stable over time. It is. It is. Shorts, if you ask me, should I start shorts or long-form? I'm going to tell you long-form. And I'm the shorts expert. So what does that tell you? By brand. Shorts.expert is... do clipping channels still get monetized? Absolutely not. You can go make money on WAP for as long as YouTube lets it happen. Is a troll edit channel monetizable? Yeah, I guess. Depends. Depends on the edit, but can it be monetized? If you can get 10 million views, I don't know. See, like, YouTube is very open with what inauthentic content means, but really it's, we decide if it's adding value to the platform. And so a troll editing channel, like, you ask it yourself if you think you're adding value to people. What's the ideal swipe rate? There isn't one. There's not one. The one that works for you is the ideal one, because you can only compare your shorts analytics to yourself. If you start comparing it to other channels, there's too many variables, two different niches. There's, like, if they had a copyright strike, that's going to change what a swipe rate means to them. And so then you go and compare yourself to them, and it's going to fuck you all up. Don't do that. Why are you shorts expert? That's the brand, shorts.expert. I think the bandana covers the cut line where the aliens hop in. Hold on. Why are you shorts expert? I don't know. Why are you here? Like, I keep seeing, so aren't you the 12-year-old? Like, what's the deal? Why am I stuck in 30K view jail, even though I'm getting 90% retention, 31 second? The retention stuff, like, none of that matters, right? People, it only matters if people like your content. All the numbers and stuff you get caught up in, it's wasting your time. What niche about others versus last one? It's also reused content, but adds more value. I see a lot of channels that get 100K subscribers in like 2 to 3 weeks. It's crazy. Also monetized. Look before, see if they were, I don't know what that niche is, but a lot of people say, but this channel, and then you go and you look at the channel, and after January 29th, they barely get views. And it's like, you're wasting my time by giving me these examples that don't work anymore, but I can't explain them. Anyway, I'm not saying you're wasting my time. I'm just saying that a lot of people say this channel. And so look at, I don't know. I don't know what others versus last one is, but make sure it's still working if that's what you're going to try to do. By looking at the latest shorts that they uploaded. If it's all 30K, that's a problem. Or under, that's a problem. Warning impact on my not strike. Question. Warning impact on my not strike. Warning impact on my not strike. That doesn't make sense, at least in English. There's a software called VidRush that does editing and research for a whole video. Some big channels have used it, like as in they've promoted it because they got paid to. Do you think the new AI algorithm will penalize it? Yes. If it does all the editing and research, it means it's creating for you, which means 1 million people can do it, which means the platform would flood with it if it starts working, and especially if it uploads for you. But yeah, all that stuff, it's useless to the platform. It will not get monetized. What happened in January 29th? Look at the algorithm video that 2 videos ago. Look at that one. This change will help you get viral today, or whatever it's called. This is a good question. I'm hitting 10 million views soon and applying, but a 3 million spike will soon drop out of my 90-day window, leaving about 7 million during review. Will it affect approval? Yeah, it will. It depends on when you file it, but depending on how fast they get to it, if they go and look after it's dropped off, that might happen. So just be prepared. Keep making content. That's definitely what you need to do. Try to make viral videos fast. I keep getting 40K to 50K views every short now. How can I change that and make more? It depends on your content, but since you're called crime files, if you're using other clips that exist on YouTube and you're not very transformative, that's why. And you can't get past a certain, but that's, hold on one sec. I'm just going to look real quick. I don't see any content on your channel, so can't help. Moving on. What about like story niche, the motivational stories with athletes, sports, wholesome stories? When you see that, think about how many people wrote that same story. And also, depending on what clips you use, it'll limit you. If you're, yeah, it's just not working anymore. Too many people are doing it. Yeah, it's all the same fucking stories. If can do long form, also get shorts from it. Should I create and publish the long form video first and then publish the shorts link to it? It depends on your niche, but yeah, you can. Yeah, it depends on your niche. If it's like live streaming or podcasting, it'll work if you're trying to push people to long form. Anything else, gonna be a little bit difficult. Will you ever do long form reviews or stick with shorts only? I'm going to do shorts only for a while as the shorts expert brand keeps building. But in the Discord, I'll be doing full channels. Okay. There's another channel called vidIQ that does more long form stuff. And I'm not stepping on toes here. I don't do storytelling shorts, but when I try to incorporate them into the game I play, they always suck. What should I do? Learn how to tell stories, for sure. I mean community warning, impact on channel, but it's not a strike, just a warning. Okay. What about it? I don't know what that means. Like, does it affect your channel? If that's the question, read the text it says right next to it. Your advice is awesome. Thank you. What's the best faceless niche for monetization? Anything that you write and say with your own voice. John cracking a Budweiser. No. What should I create a new channel for long form if I have 1,000 subs from my shorts if I do Roblox videos? If it's Roblox long form, then it all makes sense together. So I don't see why you'd start a new channel. Do shares and comments affect on virality? Oh, wait, going back to the Roblox thing, if you're getting a lot of results from those Roblox shorts, then maybe. Because maybe people only watch Roblox shorts. And so it might be, it just depends on how, like you just started it seems, if you have 1,000 subs. So it might not make a huge effect. Do shares and comments affect virality of video? Yes. Shares especially. Shares is like the ultimate metric. But like nobody talks about that. But shares is so important. Why are commentary AI wholesome videos still pulling millions of views since update? Commentary AI wholesome videos. Number one, those views aren't real. Like that, I see that all the time. But this AI is getting millions of views. It's like, yeah, no, it's not. Nobody's watching the shit. It's like, I don't get that. Nobody's watching it. And no advertisers are advertising near it. It's like, it's crazy to me. I started shorts videos first on a channel, but I want to post a long form video. Should I post the long form video with sub notifications? If it's not the same niche, then no. Bad shorts to long form will tank it. Yeah, if it's a different niche, that I would start a new one. I've had that issue before. I've been making a lot of content on one game, Hightail. I think YouTube isn't pushing my content to the right people. Okay. What's the question? What niche should I actually start today? The one where you can add the most value. What do you know about? What are you passionate about? What are you good at? What do you like to do for fun? What do you obsess over that others consider work? That niche. If a channel that have shorts are non-transformative and long form are transformative, would it help in monetization? No. I think that if you have long forms that are like original, but it's not... Wait, if you're getting monetized, it depends on what you're getting monetized through. If it's the shorts that are getting a lot of views and you got 10 million of them and you apply for monetization, the human reviewer that comes through is going to look at those shorts. So that's what that's how it works. But if it's long form that's getting all the views, there's a chance that the person won't look at the shorts. So yeah, it's risky. But anyway, yeah, honestly, if it's long form that's got all the views, I would just delete the shorts and limit the risk. Best number of daily upload that won't affect and even make it better. It's about quality. Don't upload 3 pieces of shit, right? Because that's not going to help anything. Definitely not you. I mean, community guidelines warning impact on channel, but it's not strike, just a warning. It says it right next to it. This doesn't impact, or this isn't a strike. It doesn't impact your channel. You might get a little bit of views, take like a little bit of a penalty. I've seen that happen a little bit, but that was only from a strike, so I don't know. It's an AI channel, so no idea. I keep getting 40 to 50K views every short. How can I change that and make more? That's my channel. Oh, that's the crime one. Yeah, it's you're getting limited because it's not your content. Right? So what you can do is use original content. Yep. And just so everybody can see, this is the deal. It's not your content. So that's what's happening. And a lot of them look like they're getting caught in the 30K, not the 50K. It's the 30K. Yeah, now it makes more sense why you're getting stuck. Okay, I'm jumping down here. Can people who do extremely over-sharpened movie edits in After Effects get monetized? No, you can't. It's stolen IP. You'll get views and stuff, but like it used to get monetized. YouTube is very strict about what is valuable now, and that is one I would almost guarantee they're not going to be able to monetize anymore. But you will find channels that are still monetized and still doing it. They'll get caught up to eventually. But as a new, like, you just applied for monetization, I feel like you're going to get denied just as easily as the ranking channel guy from the Discord. So, as a new creator, what would you say is the best mental approach to pursuing YouTube? Like, what should we focus mentally on to keep going? I'm trying to think of where I'm at with this right now. I think one of the biggest issues is AI. And I'm not saying AI content. I'm saying the scary, scary future of what is going to happen on YouTube here soon. And so my approach now has switched to anything with human connection. You could go back and look at the Creator Rant channel and see that I did 2 videos like pretty close back to back. And I made the decision over the weekend. I was talking to Will and I said, like, we got to jump on live. Like, it's got to happen, and it's got to happen consistently so I can start connecting to people, because I can see AI being indistinguishable. I can see AI taking over some things. I can see a lot of channels doing it correctly and it working, right? But the one thing that it can't do is what I'm doing right now with you. It can't go through and offer all the information that I have in my brain and connect to you one-on-one and answer your questions and do this. And like, this is an edge. And so I would approach YouTube now with like, what can you do that will never be able to be done by anybody else? And that might not be answerable right now, but you can work towards it. And so that would be my strategy, and my mental approach would be, and I'm not good at this, but be to avoid all the things that would overwhelm you about it. Mine would be going to Reddit and seeing all the questions that people are asking, all the bullshit AI gurus lying to them to try to scam them out of money or views on YouTube. All the stuff, all the misinformation that you want to interject and try to help. It's too much. There's too much going on in the world. You really have to like pull in the reins on what you can affect. So yeah, it depends on what your niche is, but anything that you can create healthily and stay in a routine, like that's kind of where my head's at. I'm bad at it right now, but I'm going to get better. So that's kind of what I'm focused on. So if you're a new creator, start with just don't waste time, right? Find out what you can do well. And if you don't have it, like how I first started, I tried with animation, then I tried some commentary, and I tried a bunch of different things until I kind of fell into what I wanted to do. But have fun, really. That's the way I got to where I am, is I just kept following my dopamine. Whatever made me happy with whatever I would create, that's what I wanted to do. And when it wouldn't work out, or I'd only get a little bit of views or whatever, I'd move on to the next thing. And in that whole time, I learned a lot about YouTube, and here I am now. So follow your dopamine. Follow what makes you happy, because that's going to lead you to your value proposition. And once you get there, that's your edge. And from there, you'll be golden, because you can build on that, like I'm building on the Shorts expert brand. So, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and review just a couple more, and then we will party. What should I do for more reviews? I see, oh, trucks and, okay, so this one, okay, yeah, that's a tough start. All right, I get the visual hook angle, but like you've got something a little more interesting, is like you've got this setup. So that's your angle, I think. You've got something that you don't see a whole lot. I'd look into the driving setups, look into your competition, and see how they're displaying it, and ask yourself why it's working for them. And yeah, then do that. I'm gonna do rapid fire here, so look into your competition. That would be my first step right there. This one, whoever did it, what's the ready to be scared? Ranking is content theft. Not allowed to submit it here. It's not going to work for you anyway, so don't waste your time. Took me 30 seconds to make. Is it worth posting? Probably not. I mean, unless it was just you recording something happening in your real life.
It's a wild gorilla. Real gorilla tag. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. Maybe I can call it. Come here. Here, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Here, gorilla.
I don't get it. It took you 30 seconds to make that? Or, oh, the second one took you hours to make in its CGI. Okay, I was going to say, like, I know what this takes, and you're lying. Okay, the code angle is not going to work for you. You're going to get red flagged. I'm not giving 10,000. What is that?
No, I did not agree to these terms. I didn't.
Okay, so it's a joke. All right, yeah, be careful with that. But yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot to offer there. And then the other one's really cool, but it's just really long. So, is it worth posting? Like, funny jokes and stuff are worth posting, but that one, it took a second to like really connect to, understand it. Let's see. Let's see what your Escaping the Map just got easier. Oh, that's a solid title. Okay. Sorry. My brain has stopped. Oh my god. I'm getting lost now. So yeah, either way, like both of those, I'm sure you have stuff that has a whole lot of value. This CGI one was really, really cool. I think it was a little long. It could have been shorter. Unless... Okay, yeah, you could shorten the joke just a little bit, honestly. And I bet you it would perform better. I know it would be shorter, so your watch time would be different, but you would get less scrollaways. Like, you would get less swipes. So, anyway, I don't really have much to offer. I mean, it seems like you know what you're doing with that channel. This one is very recent. I got reused content from YouTube. Do you believe my content is reused and not applicable for monetization? So you got a warning about reused content on one of your videos. odds are you're not going to get monetization, but let's see. Yep, reuse content. Let's move on.
You're the reliable one in every crisis, so when something breaks, they call you. You answer, because that's who you are. But each favor adds weight to your chest. They vent for hours. You listen, except you never mention your own panic. You smile through it, until your hands shake alone. They praise your strength, but miss the cracks for them. The stronger you look to everyone else, the more invisible your breaking becomes. You're the reliable.
Who's this for? I'm just curious, like, is it for a kid? Or is it for an adult having a mental breakdown?
You grew up sharing secrets after school. You never shared them.
I don't know where to look, first of all. Like, you're doing this whole thing, and it's just like, what the where do I look? Yeah, okay, I can't do this. But yeah, your target audience, there's, you should have validated this. Like, your target audience is, like, what you're saying is for a audience that doesn't focus on Roblox. You know what I mean? So you got a little bit of a mix up there. I think that's going to cause a lot of problems. I mean, outside of the fact that it's like AI generated and there's this whole craziness. Okay, let's see what this is. It's just stolen content. What should I do if my long form's not gaining attraction, but shorts gains attraction? Yeah, it gains attraction because it's like these famous people, right? Oh, I have no idea what's going on here now. Okay, yeah, so it's stolen clips, and then there's AI clips. It's just not... I got nothing. Yeah, nothing to offer that channel. It's not worth continuing it, though. What is this?
Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. Hello, lovely people. Spirit says retreat. Never underestimate the healing power.
Okay, I think that there's a different way to do this. Like, right now, there's not a whole lot going on the screen. One thing would be to show your hands, like, pulling it out or something like that. This box opening mechanic, I guess, this vibe, it at least gives them something to look at. And as you grab it, you can hold it closer to the camera and then read it. Like, that's something that they'll at least pay more attention to. I don't know how much of a demand there is for this content, but at least that would visually appeal more. Like, it's not a super strong hook, though. I'm just being honest. It's, these...
Hello, beautiful souls. Spirit says one step.
I'd recommend going long form, because a lot of people want this relaxing stuff, but nobody wants this stuff in the shorts feed. Like, nobody's scrolling through getting a shitload of dopamine, and then they come across this and it's like, oh, now it's time to relax. Like, they'll just skip past it, right? But if you do it on long form, it's actually searchable. Like, look into how to make ambient relaxing channels, because I bet that would really work well for you. It's just shorts might not be your bread and butter. Your sustenance. Moving on. This guy thought you can just watch this clip and ignore everything that I'm saying because I'm not adding anything to it. Okay, skeleton niche thing. Moving on. There's just the skeleton niche is dying, right? It's dead. It's done. The gurus made everybody kill it. Especially if it's AI made. It sucks if you actually made it in Blender. You didn't, I know, clearly, but yeah, it's not gonna work. The end. Sorry. CapCut edits. Also not working, but I try to make good quality edits. I'm still growing. My channel's been, like, the only thing about edits is there's just no demand for them. There's definitely no advertiser demand for it. Nobody wants to be paired next to a CapCut edited clip, right? Advertisers. So even if you do, like, some big editors get views or whatever, they're just not getting... They're not getting enough to get monetized. Anymore, at least. A goofy CapCut editor, yeah. Sorry, it's not working. It's too much. It used to, but now there's just too much of it. Now it's just shampoo. On the taggart. Okay, yeah, I can't really keep up with this, but let's see what the other one is. Okay, that one's a little more relatable to people, I guess, people in school. Yeah, even if, yeah, a lot of this is just getting capped. I'm assuming because it's the algorithm's assuming Roblox content. There was meme stuff. Yeah, sorry, there's not a whole lot. You're stuck in 30K because it's Roblox, man. There's too much of it. Okay, one thing I notice about this that's different from the others is it's slower and easier to understand. So my focus would be to make things more clear, okay? You can get rid of the caption after it's long enough to be read and just leave it to the animation to do the work. And that would probably work better for you. You'd probably get higher views, okay? But when you have all this crazy stuff going on, like the very first one that we looked at, it's difficult for anybody to watch. I think that that's your biggest hurdle. That said, it's Roblox. It's probably going to get capped anyway because it's such a highly saturated niche. But if you make it unique enough, you can still stick out. So, all right. All that said, I'm going to say clip channels don't work. Ranking channels are trash. They don't work. All the ranking channels in the chat, feel free to leave. I'm not going to help you, okay? Because it's stealing content. It's ×5. All right. If you use people's clips and you don't offer something on top of it, your opinion, your critique, your review, you connecting to things that people didn't realize, if people can watch the clip without your addition and it still make the same sense, you're not transforming it. You'll not get monetized. YouTube doesn't want you. Okay. That's the deal. Basically, low effort content will not succeed in 2026. So find some place to put some effort. Okay. There's no shortcuts now. All right. No shortcuts. That's the end. That's the end of the stream. Goodbye. Oh, and thank you. Thank you for watching. Join the Discord. Discord.gg/John Scott. I'm just gonna...